No, I love Watch 2. Before we get to picks and bans and breaking down this game, I want to kick off on something that Kobe was talking about, the Thresh pick. Gorilla's played Thresh 3 times out of all 3 games. The entire team has secured 45 kills, right? 45 kills. He's been involved in 36 of them. This is a plea to Cloud9 and Alliance. Take Thresh away or get rid of it.
Typically, just because of Gorilla's reputation on Thresh in Korea, you do see a lot of Thresh bans targeted at NaJin White Shield, and I mean, he's a playmaker. It's not only just the pick, though, it's the way they play. They're a very conservative team. They wait for their support to get there, and then they make the play.
Probably talk to me about picks and bans and Champ Select. Talon into Zed, again, I'm still not convinced.
I think, well, it first started out with the bans. They were blue side, NaJin White Shield was blue side, and I think that's the best blue side bans. Not the third misban thing, but the fact that they ban out Syndra and first pick Zed. Some kind of variation like that against Cloud9 I think is the best, especially because it's forcing high onto Talon, which isn't like notably way better than Zed in any way.
To be fair, he was doing well. He was holding his own, and even later in the game, they traded 1-for-1 on the bottom. So I'm pretty sure if that lane played out the way it did, and the rest of the map just played a little better, that could have been different. I would have liked to see C9 lane swap, because what's putting a timer on Cloud9 here is that Ryze. That Ryze is going to get incredibly big, let alone Save is just a monster on him already. I just wonder, why did Cloud9 not lane swap? They have the weaker bot lane. They have the top lane that gets less my English is very hard sometimes, gets less punished if you swap. Lulu has utility. It's a utility mage. All you need is the ulti and the slow in fights. Ryze is a beast who needs farm. Why didn't you swap?
Well, I don't know. I have to disagree because, honestly, Cloud9's bottom lane matchup, which is Nami Trist, one of the strongest lanes. I've been saying this for so long. Nami Trist has insane everything. The laning is amazing. The trading is amazing. The scaling is amazing. I don't understand how they fell so far behind against Quirky Thresh, which, like I said before, is just a kind of so-so lane. Yeah, they might fall behind levels 1 and 2, but they shouldn't have been so down. And there's so much spillover from Gorilla. This guy was roaming everywhere.
I've actually watched that lane. Like, I watched the first 4 minutes of it, and basically what ended up happening was level 1. They missed the race to level 2. They could have won it. Sneaky basically stood still and
he played poorly.
Went left and right, and he probably could have put in 3 more auto attacks, tied the race for the first wave, and then just challenged level 2. Instead, they desperately tried to get level 2 and then got out-traded really hard, which put, if you go for the race and you lose, then you lose really hard. If you give up the wave, you can just farm on the tower. But if you both challenge to get to level 2 and you're the one on the losing side, that's when you get punished really hard, and that ended up happening.
Well, I think that NaJin Shield put a lot of emphasis on that bottom lane. It seemed teleports going in, it seemed roams, it seemed ganks. Let's pull the first replay up onto your screens. It's quite a chaotic one with a whole lot of people getting involved. Roll this one out, and I quite like the play. Zeph and Sneaky going toe-to-toe, but look at the minimap. Look at the pressure on Elimination, and over the course of the next few minutes, everybody gets involved. Monty, talk to me through the play.
Such a good flash over that tidal wave, and Elimination's going to get hooked right here. And what you're going to see is actually Sneaky jump in and then heal to get Elimination out of there. Now, at this point, they're trying to chase it back in. Save is now trying to TP between the turrets. So he's going to come in, flash forward, go down onto Sneaky. Of course, there's the Lulu. Now, a lot of kind of awkward positioning here from Shield. They went in a little bit too deep and got caught out. They try and run 2 through the turret. I think that split there was really suboptimal, and by the time High gets in, he's going to pick up another kill as well. So
I don't think Watch should have repelled to the wave there if he knows his top laner is coming in with teleport.
Yeah.
So Monte Cristo, you were the only analyst to correctly predict the winner of this game. Anything you want to say to your fellow analysts?
Yeah, guys, come on. The rose-colored glasses, after a Western team wins, you can't just put these things on and say, hey, one game, now everybody can beat the Koreans. No. You take them off and you say, Koreans are still Koreans. Do you know, let me ask you a question. Do you know the last time a North American team beat a Korean team? This guy should know. He was on that team. CLG, back in 2012, Champion Summer, beat MVP Blue the last time. Okay?
I beat Acorn, boys.
So just very quickly, you guys can have that back, because you know the last time a European team beat a Korean team? Right!
Yeah,
Guys, after a day and a half of action, let's actually see where our teams stack up. Pull up that standings graphic and we can quickly see. LMQ, of course, 2-0. Fnatic 1-1 after taking down Samsung Blue, as I have just rubbed in our analyst noses. Group D, NaJin White Shield 3-0 after completing their first half of the group stage. Cloud9 2-1. Alliance 0-2. I guess I'll take some of that salt back. Guys, we do have to go to a quick commercial break, but when we return, OMG and Fnatic will face off in our 4th game of the day. Guys, don't go anywhere.
than that, don't be too afraid. It doesn't matter if we win or lose in the grand scheme of things. Let's just have some fun and play well.
Sneaky at less than half HP. Balls is there as well. Oh! They finish him off. They do get one. Damage is massive. Deathmark actually going down. Gorilla will fall though to Sneaky. But what can they do? We see Watch and Zephyr going deep. Paul's going to join in the fight. Watch is low. What can Balls do? He has to use his own wild growth on himself, and he's going to fall.